And then if things go, well, I wouldn't say your way, but if they go the same way as they have for me...
Shot to death.
Yes.
It's likely.
I suppose it is.
Wait, hang on. What happened?
Oh, Nate was shot to death. Garnet was there too. I thought you would have told everyone.
Just a big gaping hole in my chest. I've also been shot twice more and hanged.
Yeah.
Have we met?
Yeah. It's crazy how that didn't come up in conversation until now.
You've caught the sun there a little, perhaps.
It's just old.
Maybe.
I am, in fairness, very old.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you turn 30.
Really?
I don't know. I've given it astonishingly little thought.
We got arrested,
We did, yes.
but we constructed a compelling case for our release.
We murdered the judge. And I just want to... It also never needs to be reloaded.
Yeah, the floor gives way from above, a bathtub falls down, a man's like, oh my God, I'm an out prospect and I only wanted a bath.
Oh, I did start my own business. It's called Meat Strips du Jour. And we've actually got a new product. This is our new famous meat roll. It just keeps going. And, it's made of meat.
What manner of creature is this endless jerky made from?
Yes.
Yeah, is it a man or a creature? Say that it's been a pleasure, riding out with all you folks.
I've barely seen you.
Yep. As I said, it's been a pleasure.
Oh. Well, cheers. Here's to you, kid.
Does anyone else feel like perhaps this was quite easy? I was expecting that.
You died.
Yeah. I know that, but
easy.
no, I mean, I can't. I guess that's what I'm saying. It's too quiet. Possibly
Then
because
what
I've shut up about.
Everyone's fled.
Yeah.
There is the sound of someone quietly loofering.
Yeah, the sound of soft sobbing from the man
Who's still in the bathtub in the Midlands.
Go out now and have a look. See what's going on.
Frankly, y'all should go out now. You blasted a hole in my damn bar.
Do you remember me? The thirsty kid?
Oh, yeah. All right, well, I got important business in the back, so one of the tumbleweeds rolls up and strikes you in the shin, but it's just some tumbleweed. No one out here. It's very quiet.
Okay.
Well, does the tumbleweed have a disease on it?
It's regular tumbleweed.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. You can't be too
Not my
careful.
first rodeo.
So you're gonna, as a group, you're gonna walk across, and then up
Yeah.
the path. Stop looking at me like that.
I'd like to stomp the tumbleweed as I go by.
Yes.
Give it. Yeah, you punt it, and it just goes flying into the sky.
Okay,
And
good.
like Team Rocket, it just. Bing.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know enough Deadlands to know that there isn't like a cursed tumbleweed.
There is one. It's called a tumbleweed.
Well, there we go.
Tumbleweed.
It's like a vampire.
And as you pass through the arch leading up to Bulltail Ranch, there's a sudden clap of thunder, and a change seems to come over the place. You look up at the house, and it now looks different. It's new and undamaged. The sky is now purple, and there are swirling clouds
okay. That doesn't
sound more
overhead.
scary.
You are now in the Deadlands.
The Deadlands.
The Deadlands.
Which,
Nate, you feel a sort of a tug at your soul, almost. There's like a cacophony of whispers.
Presumably I
dark
feel
magic.
nothing. I'm like, weather's turned.
Yeah, I want to lock eyes with Garnet and be like,
I try and walk back through the arch, see if it switches off.
Sorry, I can't hear you. You'll have to come in.
What rightly is happening here?
Sorry, I didn't get a word of that.
Okay, what is happening?
I can't see you either.
here?
I'll
So
go
I'm through
in.
in the parlor.
Well, you're responding to me in some way, so you must be able to see.
I'm
or hear
I'm kind
me.
of assuming what you're saying. I can't really.
When I speak,
Can't really make it out.
Miss Victoria.
I'm gonna walk in again, like the decoy duck, just like Do I die?
Quack.
Oh, quack.
I'd like to stand outside the doorway to the office.
Okay.
Keep some cover between me and Miss Victoria. So I'm sort of like peeking around the door frame.
Like a Rainbow Six team.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, fine.
Stacked up.
Got a little mirror, an old
Reaching
tiny
clear.
mirror on a. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll know how to make a meal of going in a house. Miss Victoria! Yeah.
Why are we in the Deadlands?
Ah, yes, you noticed that, did you?
Yeah, we noticed that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to miss, to be honest.
Yes, well, you go to your... Do you have a holster or is it just in a rope?
I'm it's like a makeshift, homemade holster.
Okay.
Bits of leather, kind of, with rope looped through it.
Yeah.
It's a sock.
Sock?
All right, it's not a sock. Fine.
They're part of a much older, much more destructive group. Bellows himself was war. Daisy Ducrot, she was pestilence, of course. Judge Boudreaux was death. And Unga herself was famine. They were what you would more commonly refer to as horsemen of the apocalypse. You've done an incredible...
I knew they were behind this! I knew it! I told you!
She reaches inside and she produces a fifth ring. This one has a symbol of a sword upon it. And she says, there's something else I haven't been entirely truthful with you about, but I do hope that you'll hear me out. I think you'll be interested in what I have to say. A lot of people don't realize that there was a fifth horseman, Conquest, or in the original Latin, Victoria.
We were all of us deceived.
Then you came along. You killed them all. And now, we can start again. I mean, Lord knows we failed in our mission. It's time for some new blood. What do you say? We have the new 5 horsemen right here. I'm really excited about this.
What happens to you when you give up this power?
I mean, I will perish along with everyone else when the world is destroyed.
We've killed 4 horsemen. We could kill a 5th.
Is this in the presence of Miss?
Yeah. In fact, I'd like to lock eyes with her as I say it.
Oh, okay.
Also, you got pestilence. That's
I
a
know,
raw deal.
I'm kind of annoyed about that. I'm kind of pissed about that, I would say.
I didn't even meet Famine. What was
I
Famine
know.
like?
She wasn't very nice.
No.
None of them were.
So
None of them were very nice.
Was this in an open conversation with Victoria overhearing everything?
Well, I think she's got her ear to the door.
Yeah. I don't think there's any point in trying to conceal anything from her in this place. You know,
I think she can
this
easily
is
drop off. Even if we all went to the bathroom and locked ourselves in.
If you were in hell and you went to the bathroom and locked yourself in, do you think the devil
devil's
could
not
be?
allowed to listen in if
I
you're in
no
the
longer
bathroom.
need to go. So it would give us away immediately.
That is true. Excuse me, Victoria. The 5 of us need to use the.
We all need to use the bathroom.
He
Actually,
doesn't urinate.
It would be an outhouse as well, wouldn't it?
Wait a minute. Why would he need
I didn't go before we left.
Silas's face sticking out the crescent moon door.
None of you will help me, then I'll have to do it myself. She slips on each of the rings. A sudden wave
grabbed the
of
rings.
dark power seems to pulse out from her across the room.
Yeah, we should have got those rings. Should have been like, yes, please, yes, please.
Should have said we do it and then let her perish.
Yeah,
and then be like, let's not do it.
Let's not do it and say we did.
Did
Go outside with the rings.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah, I did it.
it's one dead land out there.
Yeah. Which continent did you eradicate?
Suddenly the bathroom plan doesn't look so silly.
Ohio.
Silas Flint, I'm calling you out.
Oh, yeah? All right, I'm coming out.
We're gonna have a duel.
All right.
What do you say to that, Silas?
I say, with those teeth, you're a real horsey-looking fella. I'd like to introduce you to my business associates. I point to the 2 guns. This is Justice. This is more Justice.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet them. This is a gun.
I can see that. I don't have any friends.
Hey.
All right.
It's a good thing we're all frozen.
Yeah, I can hear that.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
The heart is.
I shoot him in the dick.
The heart is good. If you want to shoot him in the dick, you can.
Well, if you're going to present me with that option, yes.
If you're firing from the
It
hip,
is called unmentionables.
Well, I mentioned it. I've never stood on ceremony. I shoot him in the dick.
You shoot Harrowed Bellows
yes.
Yeah.
in the dick.
In his harrowed bellows, yeah.
Yeah.
In his harrowed bellows.
That's below the belt. He won't be feeling that in the morning. Of course, I'm old, so business as usual.
Don't let this be the time Mike dies because he had to shoot someone.
No, I think this.
That's how all my characters do.
Yeah, no, you're right. That tracks.
What are you going to do now?
Aim for something that isn't his penis. I think, probably.
Kind of a volley, and it goes flying
Nice.
down the path, and it collides with the doorway that you came through earlier, which, as you know, is a solid thing now, and it just sort of bursts against the
Nice.
door. It just goes, silence! Yawning hunger inside you, the exact opposite of the feeling you had earlier, in fact. And
Did you have a big lunch?
your power points have actually all drained away, leaving a gnawing hunger
Oh
inside
no! Zero
Um,
power points.
you. Victoria
Grim.
looks at you and she says, let's see how you do without your tricks, Garnet. This is a ghoul, and it's moving towards you, and looks ready for lunch. Solid as it gets.
I shoot its face off. Yeah.
Wait,
Wait, no, that's a cold shot. I shoot it in the areas, general areas.
The unmentionables again.
No.
Worked for me.
All right,
It's a
and
physical wound, right? They're not just. Deep
And it's
hurt.
Yeah.
You wound me.
Fast as me.
Crit.
Okay, right. So
There you
this- I can't like kite it around a table for a while.
D4.
Ha.
Useless ghoul. Stupid, useless ghoul. All right, no, it doesn't unshake. The
Good.
ghoul is
Yeah.
still like gibbering and howling.
Stay shook, idiot. Yeah.
All right.
Take my peacemaker again and shoot it in the most advantageous place on a ghoul,
Yep.
which
I
we
think
all
you
know.
know.
we all know.
Demon that shares your body is writhing around inside you, and suddenly you can feel Victoria's mind in there as well. She's talking to the Manitou. You can tell. You can't hear what they're saying, but then Victoria addresses you directly inside your head. She says, "Well, Nate, it seems you decided to let the devil out."
I'm worried about hurting my adopted nephew, so I'm going to Benny that.
Yeah.
Once. Nate kind of goes from sort of like doddering old man, being like looking around to suddenly like being distracted, and then I think it would like be like a physical effort, like he's trying to hold himself back, but he's effectively just like turning towards you, sort of like Terminator style, and it's just like.
I think Nate is going to attack DeLacy with the scythe part of the pistol.
Hooky dooky.
So
Nate just kind of continues to sort of walk over, and it's for all that he's kind of resisting, when it happens, it's quite a fluid motion as he just draws the pistol and like it almost looks like a gun butt, but then like a line of blood just kind of blooms on the kid's chest. Well, that's Snake Eyes.
No!
And I'm obliged to tell you that my major hindrance is Trouble Magnet, so when things go bad for me, they go extra bad.
Miss Victoria, seems to me, if you could have done this end of the world thing all by yourself, you would have already. And the way I see it, I've seen 2 of your rings crack and go all smoky, which makes me think that somewhere off in this darkness, 2 of my friends are doing better than yours did. So I think you need us, all of which is to say, I'm prepared to accept your surrender.
Nate's going to try and apply some leverage to the Manitou and effectively very carefully because of the big blade on the side, but he's going to cock the gun and point it at his own head.
Wow,
Be like,
okay.
I think it's best you back off.
The Manitou, the words arrive and they just are very well, but soon.
Great. I want to drop the gun and just scoop Nate up. No, I'm Nate.
Yeah.
And I pick myself up and kind of, like old person annoying checking, like trying to work out what's.
It's fine. I've had much worse.
Not this again. Come on.
It's fine.
It's trying to pack meat. The only way I know how.
It's gonna get infected.
Go big long meat strip.
Yeah.
Unlike the others, you don't find yourself in a black, featureless void. The room fades away and you find yourself somewhere that's actually it's very familiar to you. You cast your eyes around and you realize you're stood at the threshold of your childhood home. Your head is hot and throbbing. The wound you took in the hospital from Dr. Harker, it seems to sort of ache and you feel your chest grow tight again. These few coughs come out. From upstairs you hear a screaming, a crying from a young man's voice.
Okay, I run towards the scream.
Yeah,
very just and cry, shouting out, Eddie.
It lets out a guttural howl, and underneath it you can see a sort of indistinct shape. What would you like to do?
I would like to pull out my mare's leg, aka the sawn-off Winchester, from under my skirt, and I'd like to just go straight up to this and just try and fire at point-blank range, and yell, "Get off my brother!" 5, so it's 11.
11 damage.
No, -1, sorry, 10.
10 damage. Garnet, what's your toughness?
Me? None of your business. 5.
5. Okay, so it's a success with the raise. So, what this thing that looks like a monster to you, you empty the mare's leg into it. Back in the room, Garnet, you see Edie raise her rifle to you, and she fires, and the bullet slams into your chest, and you are shaken, and you take a wound. Monster's on a 6. Right, fine.
He said paw, but it could be a hoof.
So yeah, the monster.
Well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to try and lean back and kick it in the face with one of my boots.
Yeah. What's your parry, Garnet?
You know it's 2.
Well, my strength is only a D4, so I might be alright. Okay. Oh, but I did get a 6. And another 6.
Nice
and
frozen.
a 4.
Remember
so
that tumbleweed?
Yeah.
I got that's a 16.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah. So you kick Garnet heavily in the chest. She goes flying backwards, and that can't possibly be 2 wounds.
I would.
That's 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. Did you have one already?
You know I already had a wound.
Okay, so you're on 3 wounds.
I'm on 3 wounds.
Because this here on my character sheet, the wounds thing only goes up to 3, and I don't know what happens after that.
If you
Maybe
take a
something
4th,
better.
yeah. If you take a 4th,
Wow.
you probably have.
Ink! Incredible!
Yeah.
That's what it stands for. Well, oh no, wait. Oh, because of the. Oh god. Oh no. Okay, it's all fine. Sorry.
What a journey!
It's a real roller coaster.
We obviously can't see the scene that's playing out for Edie, but what we can see is Edie walking up to Garnet and shooting her and kicking her and attacking her and stuff.
It's Edie! Whatever it was you just did, do it again!
Maybe also, I don't know. I don't know what I'm allowed to say, but you might want to let her know she was attacking Garnet.
He's like, no, we have to stay here. You have to fight the monster. You have to fight it.
But Eddie, I gotta get you out of danger. That's the. And I can come and deal with this later.
Get your hands off me! Kill the monster! He shrieks.
You're not my Eddie.
Powerbomb the child.
Your turn's over, Nate.
Oh!
You've already attacked a child. You've had your turn.
All right. Yeah, we've had one, yes, but what about second child?
You fire the rifle, and it just sort of blasts out the back, and the clothes that it's wearing just sort of crumple into a heap. There's no body there. It just sort of evaporates.
Edie is just a mess.
Not as much of a mess as Garnet is.
On the floor.
Blood everywhere.
Spitting teeth that don't belong to Garnet.
Yeah.
Draw my pistol rooster and shoot the conquest ring, please.
So a success with 7 raises.
We're going to delete this boss out of it.
As I mentioned before, she's floating about a foot off the ground at this point. She raises her hands like this, and then underneath her is summoned a brilliant white horse. Silas, make a fear check.
Fair. I'm sort of averting my eyes, not just because it's blindingly white, but also because it is
a horse.
Big, powerful horse.
Well, unfortunately for you, the horse does sort of lock eyes with you, and Victoria
They can smell fear.
turns and looks at you, and she draws from a scabbard a large flaming sword. And she is going to charge at you with the horse. Also, your hands start to sort of ooze blood from the palms.
Oh.
Like stigmata.
Well, I mean, more like the entire palm.
Oh.
Like sweating blood from your hands.
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically, yeah. But you're shaken, but you aren't wounded.
Great.
So yeah, good job.
Red-handed. I originally was going to run up and try and cut her hand off, but she's got a big sword, so Edie's like, I'm going to stay back.
She's also like 4 foot higher up.
Yeah, I'm like...
And she was already floating 2 feet off the ground.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to reach that, so...
Yeah.
She's dangerously close to the ceiling, surely.
Yeah.
The horse's
Hands
hooves,
on.
the horse's hooves aren't touching the ground either. The horse is floating about.
Yeah,
Stolen
my
fizzy
little
lifting
knife
drinks.
isn't going to do it.
She'll just ride into a chandelier.
She's like this at the moment.
I'm not sure what the consequences of letting the devil out in the hunting grounds are. But gosh darn it, Andy, I'm willing to learn.
Those fingers are never a good sign.
I vote before.
Yeah, I vote before because it's fun.
Yeah. All right. Before you do anything, the ring shatters. The horse just vanishes from underneath her.
Oh my god.
And she goes basically flying, lands on her back. At this point.
I would still like to get in front of DeLacy and kind of have a hand across his
Oh.
torso, just to be like,
Well, that was
Just
a
in
good
case.
read. I was literally about to say, I'd like to walk up and shoot her in the head.
Hey! Same idea!
So you look around the room. You can't see it in the room, but
It's around here somewhere. I can smell
you know
it.
when you look at a light for too long, and when you blink, the after image appears. Every time you blink
Close
now,
For the rest of your life.
you see the horse on the inside of your eyelids. Turn
How do
the
we
handle.
open this?
It's not locked, she says.
still got the power of the devil in me. Can I kick a hole in it?
Yeah, do
I'm
it.
just gonna pull the safe out.
Yeah,
It's not oh.
I think we should take the remains of the rings just in case they can be reforged. You know, magical rings being whatnot.
Maybe they could be reforged.
No. Just scrape them into a pouch.
$2,000 richer, unless DeLacy wants to.
DeLacy.
$1,000 in the safe. I got nowhere else to be.
Yeah, that's sad. I do.
Well, I'm with you, Miss Edie, if I can do something about these wounds first.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I have just the thing to take the edge off. No.
It's all right. I got some here still.
And you are now all considerably richer, both financially and in terms of friendship. As you and your new friends head up the high street to probably threaten a doctor into healing you.